And in communicating the good that it does, and what makes good is the exercise of providence. And in each case, what does it do? It fills all with goodness. Every night, every dream, everyone has. That's what it's doing. See, so we have the idea of providence of God as a transcendental function, a transcending function that doesn't go down to the particular individual. But this kind of idea of providence does both. It transcends at the same time as very particular in the most minute detail, drawing upon the very particulars of one's life, bringing it together in the most artful form with dramatic appeal. Look here, in uniting and bringing to a unity its objects, we see providence as a character of unity. Right? Unity. Hey, one, highest principle. Unity, it has the character of unity. Therefore, if it has the character of unity, that's next to the one. Therefore, the activity of unity is providence. And it leads the intelligence, directs the intelligence in the way in which it does for our own good. Therefore, all receive.
In the East, they talk a lot about kismet. Is that another name for this?
Yeah. As long as you keep both transcendent function as well as its particular function that reaches down to our own everyday lives and brings us and demands. It has a demanding quality as it. And if you don't pay any attention, it'll give you a nightmare. You fool around, you don't pay any attention to your dreams, I'll tell you, come back and kick you. So we all receive from these real existences their unity. And what do we get? See, here's the key idea, which is very beautiful. I find it very beautiful. See, each order, human order, right, has a share in the presence of providence proportional to our station and our capacity to receive it. To the degree that you're open to it, to the degree that you take on higher and higher challenges, then your station changes and your capacity, therefore, to receive more of it then is an axiomatic fact for this system. Because it's there doing all the time what it does, and therefore if you work with it and understand it, you know what you're beginning to understand? The very mind of the Dream Master metaphysically, which is to understand the mind of providence. Right? That's human intelligence, finally. Understanding the language of dreams, finding a metaphysics in which you can understand it so that it can give a vocabulary to understand what's going on. Then we're understanding the very dynamics of the Dream Master's productions and understanding the Dream Master's productions and what is going on and what principles are being used. We can understand that way the Master itself in its productions. Not the Master directly, but through its productions. That's somewhat like understanding the painter through his paintings, but would you not agree there's a vast difference between the painter and his paintings? So there is a higher mystery, but at least it lets us in on the art of the Master. And in that way, we can work together in our own destiny and bringing back a higher unity. So therefore, divine providence, what is it? It transcends beings and its objects, and yet it's coordinate. It's coordinate with them as a loving embrace irradiating goodness. Right? That's what it does. Right? Because it reaches down to us, it brings the better part of us together in a very lofty way, careful, attentive. And this idea, by the way, this is a quote from Proclus, and I happen to be a lover of Proclus and Plato. Right? That's what he calls providence then. As it manifests itself in our particular lives through the Dream Master, then we can see there's a loving embrace, that irradiating goodness, and that comes from providence itself, working on its two levels. So it may ensure the integrity of the universe, but more interestingly in our particular lives, it can attend to our own needs on a very particular and most important issue. which is coming to grips with your own soul and revealing what's most important to you for your own development. So that's my trip for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This comes, by the way, from Proclus's, the metaphysics comes from Proclus's Elements of Theology. And it's now out in paperback. It was difficult to buy at one time, and they've reissued it. And it's a magnificent work. It has 211 propositions. It's ordered like a work of geometry. Every step in it fits together in a magnificent whole, all the pieces interrelated. And I've left out a lot, but that's why we probably have another week. So, shall we play? What questions you have? Thank you, first of all, for sharing your dream.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
You have a night here, though. That's what's going to happen. It's actually good.
No, see, this is rather curious. You know, Proclus is so interesting. You know, people have a picture of him being a great metaphysician, but the language he uses is human, loving embrace, radiating goodness, coordinate, going down, understanding, grasping. It's a very great system. It's probably one of the richest, most profound philosophers of Europe, and no one studies him. You can't find him taught anywhere in Southern California, the West Coast. You have to go all the way to Nova Scotia. I think that's the only university that teaches it in Nova Scotia.
How very sad.
Hmm?
That's almost a very sad commentary on our educational system.
Oh, it is. Oh, I don't mind knocking it.
Oh, I agree with you. In college, I never, and I took all those heavy-duty courses, philosophy and whatever, and I never was introduced to this man.
Oh yeah,
This.
Yeah, it's very, very beautiful, and he's got other works that go along with
Very
it.
sublime.
Oh yeah.
So human.
Yeah,
Like you said,
yeah.
loving embrace.
Yeah, that's right. Very true, very lovely. I better stop talking about Proclus. We'll be going on for a while. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate your attending, and I especially enjoy sharing this with you.